from the NBA, congratulating Chris Paul for moving up to 18th on the all-time NBA playoffs assist list. Now, he is at the podium to field questions, of course, not only on this and the Suns' win, but how he's feeling as well.
First up is going to be Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, followed by Cameron Cox.
Thank you. Chris, appreciate you coming out, obviously, with the shoulder. A, how does it feel? And B, how much pain were you in out there with that?
I'll be all right. I just kept thinking to myself, get through the game. I know I got a great team around me, people that help me work on my body and stuff like that all the time, as well as the Suns organization, so I'll be all right.
I want to follow up on that. We were watching it, trying to figure out how it exactly happened. Can you take us through how you suffered that?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't seen it yet. I was going up, and I just remember I felt, I heard like some cracks or whatever, so be all right.
You think you'll be good going the game too?
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir.
Next up is Cameron Cox with 12 News, and then Broderick Turner.
Hey, Chris, how proud are you of the way your team played when you weren't out there? And it also seemed like when you came back, you gave them a little inspiration too as well.
Man, that's how we've been all season long. We've been a complete team. So I wasn't worried. You know, when I go out, campaign comes in. I was mad Cam got ejected just because he's such a big part of our team. But things happen. It's an emotional game. But, I mean, this game was representative of how we've been all season long. Next man up. We just play together.
Next up is going to be Broderick Turner with the LA Times, followed by Melissa Rowland.
BT, you got to unmute yourself. Come on now, old school.
Hey, thanks, CP. I appreciate that, man. How you doing anyway?
I'm well, and you, man?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Look, I've covered you when you played with the Clippers, and I've seen you fight through.
Once I got here to the back and, you know, they checked me out, they knew if there was any way I could play, I was going to.
Thank you.
Melissa Rowland with Fox Sports, and then Anthony Slater.
Hey, Chris. Monty said that nobody would have blamed you if after suffering that injury you didn't return to the game. Did that even cross your mind for a moment?
Nah, once I seen, you know, what it was or what I couldn't do, Willie Green came up to me and he was like, all they took away is your shooting, you know what I mean? So figure out ways to make plays, and we just got such a good team. And that's one game. That's one game there, but you know, if there's a way, you know, you always want to make sure you don't hurt your team, but we just scrapped.
Final two questions are going to be Anthony Slater with The Athletic and Gina Mizell.
Hey, Chris, you've long been one of the league's best passers. Can you describe how difficult some of those Devin Booker passes were tonight? You know, we have pings to the corner and tip passes as he's falling down.
I gotta go back and watch the game again. Book was he was great tonight. You know, it was crazy. It's a lot of those situations where like I had the ball or I want the ball to orchestrate it, just to see him manage the game. You know, and I was just out there kind of mad at myself that I couldn't help him more. You know, but I think, you know, everybody been waiting to see him in a playoff game, and you got to see it.
Final question is Gina Mizell with Suns.com.
Hey, Chris, you guys were able to get out and really push the pace, especially early on in the game. Was that an emphasis heading into the game, and how much do you feel like that maybe just set the tone overall?
We just tried to push the tempo. That's how we try to play every night. Really fed off our crowd's energy. You know, it was crazy. I got out there for warm-ups, and I was like, dang. Like, to see, you know, fans back courtside, the energy in the building. You know, I've been here for a whole season, and it's the first time it's felt like the Phoenix Suns that I used to play against on other teams. So it was nice to see all the fans here and all the people.
Thank you for the time, Chris.
No problem. Thank you.
Before we take a break to wrap up this post-game coverage, Coach, I've got to ask Field, and he's at the podium now to address the media.
Hey, Buck, great game out there. Just what was your approach and your mindset heading into the game, and what kind of advice were you able to receive from the veterans on this team in order to, play as prepared as you were?
I mean, I've been watching the playoffs for a very long time and, a student of it and dissecting it. So just, understanding that, it's a next play mentality. There's going to be some playthrough calls, some high intensity game. Like tonight, there's going to be something that goes on, but keep the tunnel vision. And that's what it was tonight.
And, the arena was absolutely electric. Just how much did you guys feed off the fans tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling, man. I've reiterated a few times, this city's been waiting on this for a very long time, and you could feel that tonight.
Next up, we have Christos Saltis with Sports DNA in Greece, followed by Kellen Olson.
As well. Is it kind of a statement the way that you won tonight and the whole performance in 48 minutes from your side as a team? And what would you like to maintain to the next games?
I don't think you can make statements, versus a team like this, the defending champs. They've been down this road before. But, we just have to worry about ourselves, honestly. And, just come in with the, ready to play for a full 48 minutes. And then that's it.
Next up, we have Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Cameron Cox.
Hey, Boca, you told us on Friday that watching the play-in, it was telling you to have this mentality of next play up, don't get lost on possessions. And, man, this was a game to do that, right, with Chris's injury, Cam's ejection. How do you think your guys' mentality throughout the week helped you guys stay focused for tonight?
I wouldn't even say throughout this week. It's been a whole year of it. It's been a summer of it, preseason, off season. These are the moments that we've been waiting on. Coach Monty always preaches, when preparation meets opportunity, and it's that time right now.
As a teammate, how proud are you of DeAndre with the way that he played and stepped up against Anthony?
Yeah, that's next level. You could see it. You could see it in his face pregame that he was ready to go. And as a collective whole, us being on him a lot during the game, getting him prepared for this moment, and he responded to it and he stepped up. So it's big time.
Next up, we have Cameron Cox with 12 News in Phoenix, followed by Brendan Clean.
Hey, Book, congrats on the win. What did you make when Chris went down? What were some of the thoughts that were going through your head? And how proud are you of the way the team played when he wasn't in the game?
Obviously, my first thought, was his health, and hopefully the injury wasn't too bad. And, obviously very excited to see him come back out and into the game. The team responded. We huddled up. And Chris has been a leader for us throughout this whole season. And, a lot of us rely on him at, every point of the game. So to see him down like that in pain, it's obviously tough. But we know he's a fighter, and we have a team full of fighters. So, I think they went on a little run after he went down, and we responded well to it.
Next up, we have Brendan Clean, followed by Catherine Fitzgerald.
Hey, Book, just looking at this game, LeBron and AD were 31 points combined, and you were in position a lot to be the one doubling those guys when they were down in the post or different spots. How did you guys think you executed the game plan on limiting those two?
We did well tonight, but, it's one game. No matter how much we won by, no matter how we played, game two is going to be a whole different opportunity. But, it's obvious what those guys are capable of, and we just try to make it tough on them.
If I could just follow real quick on that, it seemed like it was an emphasis from you guys to try to get out in transition early. You guys had some success doing that. Again, similar question, just how did you feel about the execution there? Is that something you think you can go back to in this series?
Yeah, I mean, if we can get stops, if you're not taking the ball out the net, it's easier to do that. But, that's the pace that we've been playing at a lot of this season. And that's when our offense has been most efficient, I feel like.
Next up, we have Catherine Fitzgerald, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Devin, I know there was so much made about you getting to today, but at the same point, so many people saying how you've been ready for this. So were there any moments today where you felt a bit more of those emotions or anything different than what you expected going into today?
I was ready for it. Very excited for it. From, this whole week of building it up and these whole past 6 years of, getting ready for this moment. So, there's something going on inside me, but, it went away quick.